Good morning, everybody. Judith Awesome here from Awesome Media, and our podcast is You Can't Be Serious. And it's a really good name for today, I'll tell you. So I had plans, as most of you know, and the plans were that a very accomplished woman was going to come on and talk with us about real estate and marketing and how they fit together and some of the things that we should consider if we're producing videos for them. But this morning it became clear that we weren't really on the same page. And I didn't really want to make this a trip down the legal lane, especially with someone who's not a lawyer. And I didn't have a lawyer standing by because I didn't think I was going to need one. So there is another guest coming on, and I'm waiting for him. Drew Griffin is co-founder of Delicious Marketing. And don't mistake me. This is not generally a pitch fest. The purpose of You Can't Be Serious is to bring certain issues to the foreground that need to be investigated, discussed, looked into further so that we can hopefully get some resolution. And I thought that that's what I had for you today. But you have kindly agreed to come. I'm sure some of you are curious now what happens because the plot twist has occurred. But on with the show. And that's all there is to it. In 2 weeks, I will be bringing up another issue. And I've spoken with one of the guests. There are 3 or 4 guests that are going to be involved in it. And it is looking into how a product is launched, both from the inception right through to the part where you get involved as a shiny object purchaser. But what happens when it kind of doesn't work out the way you planned? The name of the podcast is going to be called Failure to Launch. There are an increasing number of products out there that are coming to the foreground and making it through to JV Zoo or wherever. There are a number of places now marketing, or they may market them direct, but they're not quite ready. They're not quite ready for prime time. And what do we do? And what are our recourses as consumers? What do we do? So what I'd like to do is investigate a little bit further, talk to some people who are in the industry who have brought many products to market and discuss with them, what do we do? What I'd like to understand the process of bringing a product to market. And I'd also like to understand what happens when things go a little bit wrong. I would like to also invite you to, if you're not a member of Local Chamber Influencers, that's another podcast that I do, and it's for people who are interested in looking towards the Chamber of Commerce, their local Chamber of Commerce, to have them help grow their business. But there's a certain way of going about that. You don't just burst in the door and say, hey, I got this product, I want to sell it, can you help me? Not the way to go about it. So with Unintentional Heroes, we show you how to approach the chamber in such a way that they are going to be looking to you to help them. And your services will grow. Your business will grow when you become the go-to for whatever service it is that you want to provide, assuming that you're pretty darn good at it. So for the moment, Drew, where are you? Interesting. Didn't think I'd have to fill in this much time. Just Just a minute. It's hard, when you're the only one on board and you're the one-armed paper hanger, and that's what's happened. Hey, it's a one person deal here for the moment, and hopefully that will change soon. Just a sec. There, just send him a little message. And these are things that happen. It can happen to anyone, and it's happening here, and you're watching me and you're laughing. But you know what? Show goes on. We roll with punches. If you have anything that you would like investigated a little further, don't hesitate to let me know. We need some information. Of course, need to check into it, get the appropriate guests, make sure that it is something that we want to deal with. Down the road, I have discussed actually a situation that is near and dear to my heart because I know the person involved or one of the people involved, and that is that there are a number of people, a number of men specifically, who have gone missing in British Columbia. There are now, I think, 7 or 8. And they've gone missing without a trace. And apparently it's not uncommon at all. Authorities don't really quite question it so much when a man goes missing. But more because they figure, well, he got fed up and he left. And that could very easily be the case. Thanks, Chris. David is a partner with Drew, and he might be able to join us as well. We're just, but Drew did plan on being here. I think that just something has interrupted him, and that's okay. We'll be happy to see him when he gets here. In the meantime, as I was saying, without a trace, these apparently there are more men that go missing than women and children combined. In at least Canada. I don't know about the stats for the United States. I haven't checked into it yet. But they are in the process of doing a national broadcast. And just a sec here. Drew's on his way. Good fella. They're in the process of doing a national broadcast. And I didn't want to interfere with that. So, I'm loving this. I know you're sitting there going, oh, I'm so embarrassed for her. Look at this is going south. It's not. This is life. This is what my show is about. On the fly. Take it as it comes. And Drew will be here in a few minutes to help us. So what Drew's going to talk to us about, now that you've kindly joined us and given us some time or are watching on the replay, was not planned, obviously. Pretty clear about that. But there's a product that I'm involved with that I saw last night, and it's just so fitting for realtors and real estate agents. So I wanted to bring that to you today. It's kind of a thank you for, hey, you're here, and I appreciate that even though the venue's changed and our purpose has changed, we've got something for you. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on Drew Griffin. Drew Griffin is, hey, Drew.
Good morning, Judith. How are you?
Oh, good morning. Hey, glad to see you. Glad you could join us. Thank you very much. It's unfortunate that that Frances canceled on us, but it was a matter of legalities and not seeing eye to eye, and she chose not to tone it down a little bit, and I chose not to be sued, and that was that. Oh, silly me. So she'll be doing a broadcast next week, and all of those who want to hear the legalities of it, I invite you to join her, that's for sure. But Drew, last night I saw something that really excited me in terms of realtors. And that is with a product that you have brought to, you and your partner David have brought to the forefront with EVERLINK.
Thank you. Yeah, it's first of all, it's nice to be here. Thanks for for inviting me to hang out with you today on the show.
Always.
And so I brought a guest with me. If you're okay with that, I thought we'd add a little bit of bonus to this. Actually, I thought I'd bring in and introduce everybody to my business partner. If that's okay with you, I think let's do.
Hey,
good. I'm going to send him the quick link right here and
excellent. This is better and better.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll once he sees it and comes into the room, then we can get started here. But thank you so much for the invitation and your kind comments on our thread last night. But before David joins us as well, I'll just give you a quick brief intro. My name is Drew Griffin. I'm the co-founder of Delicious Marketing, and a new company, a new product that we've just released is called EVERLINKS. And what Judith was referring to was our new software that we just released called EVERLINKS, and how it could benefit real estate agents. And last night, we did a presentation in front of a bunch of real estate agents who, would benefit from using this to help generate seller leads as well as buyer leads by using our software in a very specific manner. So yeah, that's basically where we are. And as David joins the group here, I'll just send him a quick message.
David is there.
There we go.
Hi,
guys.
David,
So
I'm going to try to pronounce your last name.
That's
I want
easy.
to say Calafiore, but
That is exactly correct. You got it.
really?
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I've been brutalizing all these years. I've been calling him other names, which we won't reveal on this particular show. But I think you pronounce it that much better.
The little Italian slant on it there. There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks for inviting us on here, Judith. We appreciate the opportunity to not only connect with you, but also your audience as well. And we were talking briefly earlier today that you were on the webinar that we had last night, the Facebook Live that we were conducting with regards to EVERLINKS, and you said some very kind words about the software and how this might benefit real estate agents, and we can't disagree with that at all. So,
well, it blows me away. The possibilities of what this software can do. It's for the time being, at least from what I've seen, reasonably priced. It's affordable. It's doable. It has so many different niches that it can be used in. I don't get behind many products. As a matter of fact, this is the first time that I've ever asked, could I be an affiliate of this program? That's how strongly I feel about it. And I'm really excited. And it was a no-brainer when my real estate speakers didn't show up. Well, what can I give the real estate folk? An eye on the new software that could help them tremendously. So thank you so much for being available. I lucked out. So
no, thank you.
Let's talk about what you've got to offer. Let's see.
Awesome. So, David, do you want to share your screen? Or you want me to share mine?
I'm not prepped, so go ahead if you've got if you're good to go.
David, you're not ready, huh?
I'm not ready. I'm not prepared.
I don't think any of us are, and this is a winging, and that's okay.
No problem. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and Judith, when you see it, let me know.
Yep, there you go. Now I'm going to bow out for the time being and let you guys do your presentation. Actually, it's not too bad to have me on the side there, so I can.
No, you should stay with us, Judith.
Stick around.
All right.
We'd love to have your input on this. So, guys, right now, this is EVERLINKS, right? So this is you can head over to everlinks.io. can completely sign up for free. In fact, actually, don't do that. Judith has a nice little special that she's going to put out there. She's going to put a link in the comments, and go ahead and follow that link and sign up for a free account. And that way, you guys are connected. I think Judith will probably be doing some kind of bonus and maybe show her screen and how she's actually using the tool, and will be available for questions and that sort of thing of how you might be able to use this tool for, being a real estate agent. So we're going to go ahead and log into the screen. I'll give you a brief demo of the system itself. We'll only go about 10 minutes, and we'll actually provide a link to the webinar that we did last night, or the Facebook Live, which we went into great depth. Actually, David did an amazing presentation about how to actually use the tool, how you could use the tool. We went on for basically an hour, guys. So if there's tons and tons of content there, lots of different examples of how you can actually use the tool to build out basically quick loading, fast, mobile optimized web pages. And we'll show you exactly what that means and how they actually behave. So EVERLINKS was born of an idea of using and leveraging Instagram. Although you don't need to use it exclusively on Instagram, this is a great way to be, for those of you who are probably watching this, you're real estate agents and you want a better way to present your listings, right? You want to be able to show the different homes that you've got and direct links to those particular pieces of software. So with that being said, we'll just show you briefly around the software and then actually what this actually looks like, right? So I don't necessarily. Go ahead, David.
Drew, before you get going, I just shared a couple pages with you there, so you can the real estate examples from last night.
Okay, great.
Yep. There you go.
There we go. So I'm going to accept both of these, and I'll just show you these as well. And let me come back in here to the invitations and accept these as well. Great.
By the way, you guys do a great webinar. You guys are too funny together.
Shenanigans. We're gonna create a new show, and it's just gonna be shenanigans. We're gonna sit back and drink some beers and just kind of critique and have some fun. All right. So now that we're in this dashboard, if you wanted to create a new page, I'll show you briefly what the software does and kind of what the production and what the results are of some of these pages. When you log into the system, obviously you're not going to have all these things. These are my properties. We'll go ahead and click on new page, and then we'll just give it a title. So we'll just say Judith's demo, right? And or I can't use the apostrophe there. So I'll just say Judith's demo. We'll hit create, and now we've got this blank canvas, right? So essentially what this is a quick, fast way to build out web pages. And we'll show you what that looks like on a desktop. And obviously right here to the left, you see a canvas on what we call an iPhone emulator. This is what it's going to look like on a mobile device. Now, very simply, we've got 4 basic modules. We're going to be adding some more in the future, but effectively with a free account, you can use unlimited links on one page, right? Which is it's great. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with these links. With our pro and our agency level, you also have the ability to add video, text modules, as well as embed codes, which really expands the functionality of the web page itself, right? So very, very simply, there's only a couple of things that you need to do. If you wanted to add a new link, you click new link. And you just need to fill out a little bit of information here. At the top, it gives you some information about what module you're using. So this is the link module. So we'll go ahead and say, Judith's, we'll just say something like, 1, 2, 3, 4, Judith Street, right? And then we're going to put in a URL. And since I don't have any URLs prepared, we're just going to use google.com as an example. So obviously, if you've got a listing on the MLS, clearly that MLS has a URL for that particular house or that particular property. We just simply toggle this on, and you can see over here to the left, boom, there's a link, there's a button there that if somebody came across this web page, they simply click on this and it takes them directly to the MLS system or to the MLS page, right? If you wanted to add a video, you can do so, right? So I'll just go over to YouTube real quick, and I'll just grab any old random YouTube video. Doesn't really matter, whatever it is. And I don't know, we'll use Top Gun Maverick trailer, right? So that's kind of cool. I didn't know that movie was coming out. we'll just grab the URL. It could be a YouTube video, could be a Vimeo video, and boom, we'll just add a new video inside here. We'll click on, actually, we'll put in, we'll just say home walkthrough, right? So something like you're doing a walkthrough of the home. Doesn't really matter what the spelling is at this point. And we'll put actually, I forgot. We have to put in the video URL and then just say home walkthrough. And then we'll toggle this on. Now watch on the left-hand side. You'll see a video pop up here, right? So now imagine having a walkthrough of one of your properties, right? You can take this and drag it up and down if you want to. So now you've got the video and you've got the link that takes them directly out to the MLS listing, right? Or you can just say, maybe open house or something like that, where you can just click on this and find out the details of the open house. If I wanted to do a video, a text module, I click on text module. I can say, this is our, I'll just say something like the example that David used, my property listings. And if I could spell, that would be really helpful, especially on a Friday morning. I can hold it. I can raise this up to say, a header 2 listing. I can center justify it if I want to, so it looks halfway decent. I'll toggle this on, and you'll see that, boom, you basically can run an entire website directly from this dashboard. And you can do embed codes for schedules and that sort of thing. I've got one right here. So let's go ahead and grab this URL, this embed code. I'll just copy this, right? And I hit back over here, and you can see if I put in embed code, this is really cool. Like, so let's say you're doing a scheduled open house, right? You're only doing private showings, right? So over here on the left-hand side, you can see I've got a calendar, and somebody can click on one of these buttons for the open house and schedule themselves to actually come in and do the presentation, get a walkthrough of the open house directly inside here. Now you can go and build out an entire directory here of the different listings that you've got. In fact, over on this side, you can do all kinds of adjustments here. You can change out the image itself, the logo or the avatar. You can do some things like hide the image thumbnail if you want to. Click here and it takes that image away. You can hide the page title if you want to. You can add in social links down at the bottom. So let's say you've got a Facebook page, particularly for your brokerage. We can do facebook.com. I can say twitter.com. We can put in Instagram.com, YouTube, and the list goes on and on and on, right? So now what happens down at the bottom is these social icons start to pop up down at the bottom, and they're all clickable, right? You can even put in a telephone number if you wanted to. It gets very, very interesting, right? And up at the top, you can decide to put the social icons on the top, so that pops in over the top of the avatar. If I wanted to upload a logo, I'll just click on the upload logo button, and I'll select my beautiful face. David has been messing around with the whole face app thing and making me look, exactly how I look. In fact, it works in reverse. Right? When somebody clicks on this image, it reverts back to, my baby image. It's kind of crazy, right? So I look like a beautiful, sexy beast that I am. And so there you go. It's starting to develop itself right here in the themes. You can actually make this look like some of the other social platforms that we've got, like what's this one? Snapchat. I think David put this one first because he's from the Pittsburgh area and he likes the black on black on yellow or yellow on black. I don't know. It seems a little bit shady that he put the black in the Pittsburgh icon first. You can change it out to look like LinkedIn if you want to. You can make it look like Facebook if you want to, or Instagram. Or you can go super plain, make it black on white. You can make it blue on white. You can make it green on white. Listen, I'm design challenged. Seriously, I think I'm colorblind. In fact, if you take a look at those glasses, it looks like I'm Mr. Magoo. I'm like walking around completely blind. And you can use this gear here and you can change out all the different elements if you want. If you want to change out the button color here, you can make it, I don't know, let's say pink if you want to. You can make it pink for the color. And you just see that all the different elements you can start to mess around with. You can make the button text color a little bit different. Let's go kind of really nasty, make it green on green on pink. So now you've got green on pink here. I don't know. Is that a thing, guys? I don't know if that's really looks good or bad. I can't even tell. So you've got border colors. You can change the button style, right? So now you've got kind of this rectangle look. Make it kind of rounded circles on the edge here. Make it completely oval looking, right? So now the button style changes a little bit. We can even make this hollow. So let's go ahead and change it over to this. So it takes the pink away. That looks a little bit better, in my opinion. You can make it rounded as well and make it oval, however you want, right? So you can change the title color. You can change the background color entirely. So let's make this that pink color, right? So we'll just go ahead and grab this hex code. This is going to look hideous, but for the shits and giggles. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably shouldn't have cursed there. But anyway, let's go ahead and paste this in here. Boom, hit paste. And now it's going to look, oh man, that looks terrible. But you get the idea. You can make this any way that you want. You can change the social icon colors. Let's go ahead and grab this green. I'm really messing up this page, David, but it's kind of fun. Scroll down here to the social icon.
Color challenge. You know that.
Sorry? There you go. So it's kind of looking very Halloweenish, maybe witchish. I don't know.
Pepto-Bismol comes to mind.
Yeah. Well, what comes to mind, Judith?
Pepto-Bismol.
Okay, so there you go. Pepto-Bismol. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I'll take that as a polite insult. That's good. You can hide the branding if you want to. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but the only way to actually hide this is on our agency plan. You got social links. Now on our agency plan, you have the ability to manage teams. And we think that this, in all seriousness, is a great way for, say, a real estate firm, a brokerage. Let's say you've got, 5 or 6 agents, maybe 10 agents, maybe 15 agents. You can do some very interesting things. Maybe invite a team member to actually manage all of the team pages within the brokerage itself, right? And here's a cool thing, right? So if we head back over here to Judith's demo in our dashboard, right? So here we go. We've got Judith's demo. We can actually clone this out, and boom, you've got the exact replica. And we'll just say, we'll call it, Mike. Mike's demo, right? So maybe Mike is another agent inside the brokerage. Now we're working on Mike's page here, and all of the settings, the colors, the branding, all that kind of stuff remains the same. The only thing that you need to do is come in and change out 1, 2, 3 Judith Street. Let's say Mike is doing, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, East Main Street, right? So that's Mike's property. We'll go ahead and click anywhere, and now that property changes out to 54321 Main Street, and that's all you're doing. Now you're just uploading a video of the property itself, or maybe perhaps a walkthrough or something like that, and you can get very creative in the way that you're actually promoting it. Now, let's say you've got 10 or 15 other realtors there. You can just simply come in here and clone these different pages out, and within seconds, minutes, you can actually just switch out some of the relevant content, keep all the branding itself, and then you're set to go. Let's go ahead and click back into Judith's demo. In fact, we'll scroll through here and we'll see the other one that we had here. David, let's take a look at the shared pages. So
it's going to be now. Sure.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So let's go in and take a look at some of these pages here, and we'll see what these actually look like. Right. So here's one that David actually did a little bit ago. This is like a beautiful looking page. You've got Jen Mascaro of Remax Heritage. Up here, he's actually got a button that connects directly to Facebook Messenger, right? So right away, if you want people that are looking at your different homes, this is a great way for people to message Jen Mascaro here and be able to connect and actually ask questions about certain properties. If we click play on here, you can see that the video is going to play around this particular property. All right, we'll scroll through, and you've got a nice little drone video view of the town here. It probably does a little bit of a review of the particular property itself. And they click on this, it takes them over to the MLS listing, and we just keep on scrolling through, and you can see that you can just stack all the different images and videos and links to all the different properties. If I came over here, we can show one of the other ones. So David made another one here. Drew Griffin. So instead of using my picture, he used this lovely image of this other Drew Griffin here. We're just going to say that Drew Griffin is this stunning looking young woman. He's built out another page here, very similar type of lookout here. You can embed codes for people to actually put their name and their email address in exchange for, say, various types of resources and that sort of thing. David, do you have that link for that other page? Maybe you can
I've got here is the Zach Hammer page. I'm gonna put it right in your Facebook chat. There you go.
Awesome. Let me pop over here real quick and see that. Where did you put that, David? Oh, in
Facebook chat.
Okay.
There you go.
So here you go. So Zach Hammers, is all about real estate. He does a lot of training in the industry around real estate. He's got some pretty cool courses out there about how to growth hack your real estate client business and whatever. So this is one of his clients that he's helping. So he actually put in, the logo here. You've got the social icons across the top. Welcome. Need help as soon as possible. Call 1 2 3 4 5 6, whatever your telephone number might be. You've got a link to actually message them here. You've got a video, and then how can we help with a social with an emoji icon here. I want to buy a home. I want to sell a home. Those links will go out, and do certain functions. He's put in listings here for resources, the ultimate guide to buying an area home in 2019. That's really cool. Probably a great way to generate some leads without having to go through the entire process of making telephone calls. The ultimate guide to selling an area property in 2019. So buying and selling guides, deals finder, off-market coming soon listings, which is really interesting for, say, real estate investors, a VIP top deals list, search areas for homes. Very, very cool way to bring people into the searching for homes that you may have for listings or in a specific area. And then he's got a meeting, right? A calendar type of meeting here where people can book a 15-minute call, a 30-minute meeting, perhaps a group call for training of real estate agents, real reviews, etc. It goes on and on. So lots of different case uses of how this actually works. So I'm going to head over to Instagram real quick and show you what I'm talking about in terms of the link in the bio. So if we head over to my personal profile here, if you go ahead and follow me, I'd really appreciate that. I'd be glad to connect with you. But guys, when somebody searches for your profile, let's say you're using Instagram to do post images of videos and that sort of thing into your local and tag and resource local hashtags. Like, for example, if I typed in something like, Philadelphia, right? If I search in hashtag Philadelphia, there's going to be tons and tons and tons of photographs in and around the Philadelphia area. I can't, I'll just stop here. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything negative looking, whatever. So I'll just say Philadelphia, maybe Philadelphia real estate. Let's just do this on the fly. Philadelphia real estate. All right, so that's a hashtag. There we go. 5,773 posts. So there you go. There's different types of real estate types of posts here. Here's one. We'll just go ahead and click on this one. And there you go. So they're showing an image of this, images of this property. If you scroll through with this, maybe you wanted to add a video to even show even more photos.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'd like for you to do is go to that profile from whoever posted that. And let's check out what they're actually putting in their bio link.
Okay. So inside this particular bio, they've got probably directly to their web page itself, which may or may not be completely mobile optimized. So it's non-secure, and they do have some type of link structure here, which is actually much better than what we've seen in the past, David. But let's go ahead and take a look at some others here as well. We'll go back and we'll just select another one. from the search profile. But effectively, that's what we're doing as well. We're trying to do. We'll click on this one. So this is a picture of probably the realtor, the real estate agent themselves. Go ahead and click on this and see what they've got. So they've got My Philly Nest, right? So this is probably another type of website. So a lot of people don't even use. So this is definitely not mobile optimized. Right. No. So this is kind of a flash-based thing. Now, who's going to look at this? I mean, it's going to take a while for the page to learn. Now they have to kind of search through all this kind of stuff. If we inspect this, right, David, if we go ahead and inspect this, it's probably not going to look great on mobile. If it is, it's not terrible, but a lot of websites are not mobile optimized. But still, we have to go through this and search for the properties instead of going directly to the property itself. That is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. So what we try to do, right, if we go back into my Instagram profile, is I will just go. Sorry about the phone in the background.
Now, it doesn't have to be Instagram. It can be anywhere you can post a link, right?
Yeah, that's true. You can use this link on Twitter, on Facebook, anywhere, and these pages load super, super fast. So if I click on that, boom, look, you've got you can even embed a Facebook Live, right? As we scroll down here, you can do various types of links here, and it looks clean. If you're trying to direct people directly to that particular listing, you can do some very interesting things. Let's head back over into the platform itself, and we'll go ahead and click on this one here, and we'll edit it out a little bit. Right. So on this particular link, if I wanted to add an image of the property, I could do so. If I come into 54321 Main Street and I wanted to add an image here, I can do that. I can click on this little thumbnail, click on upload thumbnail, and I can add an image on the side. Again, I'm going to use my image as an example. You would obviously have a picture of the front of the property. And boom, you hit crop image. Now over on the left-hand side of the image might be a picture of the pool, might be a picture of the family playroom, that sort of thing. So they say, oh, I like this look, the front view of the property. I like the pool room. I like, the playroom or the family room or whatever it might be. I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and it's going to take them directly over to the MLS listing. So yeah, this is just a very quick, rapid web page builder that we think would benefit our viewers here, and for real estate agents and that sort of thing. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. But yeah, we thought we would help real estate agents and other people inside the community better be able to use the link that's in the bio type of process, and be able to, you don't need to necessarily have a, computer background in order to manipulate this. In fact, there's no coding whatsoever. You don't need to know CSS and HTML. There's no need to reach out to your web developer to actually edit stuff. You can go in here and very simply type a couple of different lines, grab a couple of URLs and pop them in there, and you're set, right? It's a wonderful way to be able to have a little bit of flexibility from some of your brokerage pages, or even having the need to go out and hire a web developer to create a website for yourself. Very simply, you go out, you take photos and show your properties, and invite people to your learn to connect with people inside your local community. You can actually promote local events. A lot of real estate agents use that as a great marketing capability, going out to say 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street's Community Day. And once they click on that kind of, once they, shake the hands and get out in front of a bunch of people, it's a great way to promote those events and co-brand yourself with that particular event inside the community. Let's say in Philadelphia, there might be, the 4th of July Independence Parade or something like that. Right. You can go out there and do like live interviews on the street and embed that code directly inside your feed itself, direct all those people back by doing hashtag Philadelphia event, all kinds of different things. And we've got a robust community that's growing, and we're just sharing all kinds of ways that you can actually use this as a marketing tool inside your community. So with that being said, I really appreciate the opportunity to share this tool with your audience, Judith. It's been a privilege to do so.
Thank you. I do have a question, actually.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, I do want to say I am a techno idiot. I'm technically challenged. I used to be able to do a lot more of things that I can't do these days, but I can do this, and I can do it well in a fairly short period of time. And so, if I can do it, anybody can. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you about is we actually have a question here. Um, I think that one of the aspects that's interesting is that it's so easy to put on your phone, uh, to market on your phone. Do you guys, can you walk us through that? How to add it to the home screen, or is that something?
Yeah, I mean, most mobile phones in your browser, I think Safari has it. You can go down to the I can't show you on my phone right now, but down in the menu in Safari, if you're on an iPhone, I'm not quite sure what the problem. I know you can do it on Android too, but you can add a icon to the home screen, which is basically just a bookmark. In Safari, there's an option. I think if you just Google it, you can really probably find it pretty quickly. But there's an option to basically create a shortcut to the web page on your home screen, which basically will look like an app icon, and you could just tap on it, and it would open right up to your EverLinks page.
Well, there now, if I can get this. Whoa! Oh, this is not going to show. Of course, we're having an XSplit moment here.
Yeah.
But it is handy, I think, for the realtors to be able to share that with someone who is their client, to be able to pop that up on their screen and to be able to change it so frequently themselves. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, the home screen feature is possible on the iPhone and Android as well. But for the most part, most discovery, people are not going to find your home screen directly from their home screen, right? So
it has to be fed to them. Yeah.
Right. So discovery could be by way of an email. Click on this link. It could be in Facebook. It could be on Instagram. This is where a lot of people's attentions are. And I understand if you're trying to show that directly to a client, if you open up your Instagram account or if you open up your Facebook account, you can do that. If you prefer to do it by way of a home screen, you can do it. We'll shoot a video to show you how to actually hold that and have that on your home screen. In our opinion, it's just as quick to open up the application and show a real world process of people actually using this, particularly for agents, right? If you're you're bringing in buyers and sellers and that sort of thing. If you've got an active Facebook or Instagram account, a ton of discoveries happening on that platform, a ton of attention. In fact, right now there's somewhere between 500 million and 1 billion active users on the platform itself. They don't reveal all the numbers that are out there, but as of September 2018, the estimate was around 500 million people that are on the Instagram platform, and it's growing. In fact, Instagram is owned by Facebook itself, and there's just a ton of discovery happening out there. So we do a lot of training on the inside of our community group, and those that are picking up EverLinks, they will have the opportunity to go through our learning and training modules on InstaLocal and show how to actually use those platforms, those distribution channels that are already in place for discovery. And that's really what this tool is about, is to leverage the eyeballs of existing platforms to get them to your properties, right? That's what people are interested in. They want more and more people coming to the open house in order for them to actually be able to, consider buying those homes. So that's the angle and the approach that we take. But we'll be glad to follow up and show you how to add this to your home screen as well.
Okay. I just think that can be, once you've made that connection, and I think it's a valuable thing to add. It works for me.
Yep.
So, yeah. There are also, I mean, we're talking about real estate here. There are so many other applications to this. It's certainly not just buy it if you're a realtor kind of thing.
Right.
Use it for that.
Listen, for the most part, Judith, EverLinks is a easy to use, simple, mobile first web page builder. If you're really breaking it down, that's what it is. And it's just basically can allow anybody, no matter what you're doing, if it's real estate, if you're a brick and mortar business, if you're doing e-commerce, it doesn't matter if you have an Etsy store. It gives you an easy, simple way to put content in front of your people, in front of your tribe, the content that they want to interact with, without having to mess around with, a WordPress site or setting up a regular website. You can simply log in. It's really simple. If you got 4 content blocks, add a block, add your link, add a video, add some text, boom, 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 boom. And you have a mobile first. And mobile first is important because the majority of web traffic these days is mobile first. I think sometimes as, people maybe who are involved with marketing or, industries like that, we are on laptops a lot. But the majority of people who are accessing the internet are accessing it via their mobile phone. So people need to realize that and build their content and their web pages mobile first. And what's really important about EverLinks is that when you build out an EverLinks page, it's built for mobile. It always looks correct and proportional on a mobile device, and it also loads lightning fast. You have people on all different types of mobile connections. Sometimes they're on Wi-Fi. Sometimes they're not on Wi-Fi. They're in an area where their service is not good. And if they're trying to load your web page and it doesn't load fast, they're going to be gone in an instant. That's so right. Another really great feature about EverLink's page is that they load lightning fast. In fact, if you take one of the page links and run it through the Google page speed score analyzer, in most cases, they will score from like a 90 to 99, depending on maybe some of the embeds you might use on your page could slow it down a little bit, but they load instantly, like lightning fast, really important. So in essence, EverLinks is a easy to use mobile first web page builder.
Excellent. And there's still people out there who don't have a web page and certain segment of the population are being told, well, you don't need a web page anymore. But this fills the bill. And there's a number of clients that I have that I'm doing exactly that for. They don't have a web page, but they would like a presence, and this resolves the issue in a very easily done and economical manner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Great.
So Judith, feel free to drop your link in the comments of how people can pick this up. Right now, everybody can get started for free with EverLinks. Go ahead and follow Judith's link that she drops in the comments, and go ahead and sign up for free. You can use the account, and on the free account, there's some limited features, right? We've got 2 extended plans, and you can certainly consider it. But we think it's affordable for most to get started both with the pro and the agency. We recommend the agency just simply because, at least at this time, probably for the next couple of days, I think, David, we've got a special till
Sunday evening. Yeah.
Sunday evening, basically for $100, guys, you're talking about unlimited access to all the different pages. You can have unlimited pages and unlimited modules. You've got the text modules, you've got the link modules, you've got video modules, as well as the embed code. So we've got other features coming relatively soon that we can't really announce right here, but we've got other very interesting ways to leverage the different modules that are there. So all in, guys, we're not no scarcity here other than Sunday night. We're going to close it down because we've got some other promotions and stuff that we have to legally abide by. We'll throw that part in for this whole legal discussion here. We've made some agreements, and we're going to be doing some very special promotions externally, and so we're going to be shutting this down right now. It retails at $199, I believe, David, and we're doing a special that Judith will drop in the special code that you can use to get 50% off. I believe brings it down to $99 or something like that. So yeah, we're super excited. I'm sorry.
Really, it's a no-brainer.
Thank you.
You can't.
We agree.
Silly if you don't pick this up right now before Sunday. You snooze, you lose, people. That's all there is to it, because you're going to see a lot of this around. And I think that for the marketers, there's probably going to be a fair amount of money to be made. but also to promote things and to use it. It's so economically priced right now that you can do a lot of promotions with it, a lot of goodwill, and that's worth a lot of business too.
We appreciate that. Well, Judith, I'd love to hang out a little bit more. Unfortunately, I need to get going.
We were going to go at 10:30, so there. I appreciate
listen, for your audience, if they want to reach out and connect and they happen to have any questions, go ahead over to that particular page. We do have a support tab that you can reach our support crew. Sometimes I'm in there. Sometimes David's in there. We've got Steph and some other folks that are actually handling support questions. Join our group. We're glad to answer any questions that you might have. And again, we really appreciate the opportunity to come in and connect with you and obviously your audience as well.
Thank you very much. And it is a great group to belong to. They're very, very helpful with everybody. Thank you very much to both of you for
absolutely
not only the great product, but for stepping in today on short notice and helping me out. Excellent.
Our pleasure.
Excellent. Thanks very much, you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Judith.
Bye.
So there we have it. Very good product. As I say, it is not my plan in the least to be a pitch fest. I don't like them. But when I saw this application, it just became pretty clear to me. This is something that fits in so well with realtors and with video production. It's just so useful that I think that you owe it to yourself to give it some serious thought. And as I said, you snooze, you lose. If you don't pick this up by midnight on Sunday, things will change. And they're adding so much to it. And whether it's a shopping cart or it's a calendar or making an appointment, there's just so much that you can do with it. And it's so easy. I can do it. So I'm loving this product. I'm really loving it. Thank you to both gentlemen for the presentation and for coming on board at short notice. Join me again in, I believe, 2 weeks. I will certainly post when we look at failure to launch. That's going to be pretty interesting. Talk to you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.